Emmanuel Haro story, the 7-month-old that was allegedly abducted in California, in Yucaipa, in a Big Five parking lot area while his mother was changing his diaper, allegedly. The math isn't mathing, it's not adding up. The mother and father both speak about the baby in the past tense. Um, it appears that, again, there's no cameras conveniently in the area. The mother has some bruising under her eye, but she did not appear to me to be telling the truth about the situation. The father did not appear to be telling the truth. He tried to get like some watering in his eyes, maybe, but even the little girl that he was holding seemed to look at them like these people are not telling the truth. I don't know the last time this baby was actually ever seen. Without knowing that, I think that this baby didn't disappear 48 hours ago. I think something happened to this baby before that, long before that, and they are trying to cover their tracks. Now, apparently there's some video that they showed to the mother, so that was upsetting to her. And her mother's been on the news. It doesn't make sense. She said her daughter was trying to have a baby of her own. Now, whether that just got misconstrued because of like English not being her first language, and maybe she said her daughter tried for a long time to have a baby boy of her own because I think the husband she has stepchildren. So, and that's allegedly what she was doing. She was going to go to this Big Five to buy a mouth guard for the stepson, and then the baby needed changing, so she put the baby in the backseat of the car. Now, then her sister, or the baby's aunt, I don't know if it's her sister or his sister, I think it's her sister, made some video on Facebook, and she's over explaining everything. Like, when somebody is being defensive, whether they're sending you an email or a message or something, and they're already on the defensive of something like you haven't even said, it usually points to that person knows they're lying about something, is already feeling guilty about that, and they're trying to explain it. So she's going on and on about why, who's judging her sister for changing the baby in the back seats? Who's judging her for changing in the baby in the back seat? Or, that she's a good mother, and she's going on and on, making all these excuses for things like why. And then the second thing is she's over explaining everything and going over and over, and then she deleted it and then like deactivated her Facebook account. Hello, Scooter. Don't tell me, did you see this, Scooter? I wonder what your take on it, since you always give everybody the benefit of the doubt. Like, Sophie Long, do you think this mother had nothing to do with her baby's disappearance? I think the father definitely had something to do with it. Now, could the father have done something and the mother has to keep it quiet? I kind of believe that, since she does have a black eye. He may be abusive. I think the father is definitely has something to do with this. That's my feeling. It's my gut feeling. They've done a lot of things that just give you a feeling that they're not telling the truth about this. Okay. Hi, Jennifer. The father is like, oh, bring our baby back or something, but then he speaks about the baby in the past tense. He was. She speaks about the baby in the past tense as well. She even speaks about the baby in the past tense when she talks about the things that happened right after, where she ran into the Big Five. Now, why would you run into a Big Five if you got, okay, let's just try to put this in perspective. You're going to change your baby's diaper in the back seat. Somebody says, hola, and then you see this white, right? And then you fall to the ground. Then you get up and you notice your baby's gone. So you go into the big five asking if they've seen a baby. Why would you not call the police? Why would you not call 911? Why would you go into the big five? And even if you were going into the big five, why wouldn't you call 911 on your way in there? See, that's more of covering tracks for me. Like, she wants to use the big five that she went in there, but she's not so quick to call the police because they know they're lying about this. And the baby, I don't know, I don't know if the baby had any kind of abnormalities with it, but in certain pictures, the baby's, I don't know, like you'll see if you see this baby. Um, could the baby have had something, could it have been from trauma? Could it have been from something? And father, I think the father definitely had something to do with this. And I think the mother, at the very least, the mother is an abused woman who is going along with this, with whatever he's telling her to do. And I'd like to know the last time that anyone has seen this baby physically, because I believe this, what happened to the baby, happened days, weeks, months ago, depending on how long the baby's not been seen. And I just started looking into this case, but I couldn't handle it when I saw the parents. Hi, Johnny. How are you? The aunt mentioned the baby is facing some challenges. Okay, I thought so. And I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm trying to say is, did they deem that, oh, I don't know, like, it was too challenging, or the issues made the baby cry too much, and that caused someone to do something. You know what I'm saying, Johnny? So I don't know. But it does look like there is something going on, but just with the structure of the baby's head. But regardless, this baby, I don't believe, has been abducted. Conveniently, they were in an area without cameras, right? Conveniently. It just happened to not be any cameras around. And then both parents speaking about the baby in the past tense. They don't even mention like what the father did, but she went into the big five asking if anyone's seen a baby rather than call 911, call the police. She has no description whatsoever of the person that hit her. Conveniently, she was knocked unconscious, came to, and then I don't know, just the whole thing seems crazy. It doesn't seem plausible. It seems like a cover-up. And it seems like when the mother's, oh, that's the other thing in the aunt's video, did you see? She keeps, and sometimes people do that when they're thinking of, like, when you're thinking of something, like if you're recanting a story and you're thinking about how to go, yeah, you can look up and be telling the truth, for sure. Sign when you're looking up like that, especially, she's kind of like trying to remember. See, so whether you're remembering a story like in your own mind, or you're thinking back maybe to a piece of paper, or let's see, how did we say this? You will look up. She's doing that. Again, it doesn't mean someone's lying when they do that, because that you're remembering something. But in this case, given the circumstances, it's like what she's trying to remember is what was told to her. And there's just something, you can see it in the body language, in her eyes. And then why would you delete the video? Why would you delete or deactivate your channel? The aunt. you know, and then like her mother coming out and then saying that thing about her daughter had tried to have a baby boy of her own. That kind of makes me think the father had a boy, there's a stepson. She tried to have a boy of her own. Now, let's say this baby has some kind of challenges. Did the father say something like, wow, you know, you couldn't even have a regular, you know, not regular, a healthy baby? You had this baby with challenges. Maybe he threw that up in her face. I do believe, at the very least, the father was abusive to the mother, and maybe she is having to go along with this. The police have said there's inconsistencies in the mother's story. They haven't mentioned that much about the father, but that could just be because they're trying to keep that part under wraps. I don't know. What do you think, Scooter? We'll see. Hi, Yosa. Um, Johnny, what do you think? Johnny Cuddy, what do you think? Are you buying the abduction story or what? Let me know if you're seeing it the same. I just watched their interviews. I did speak with Elle about it a little bit earlier today, and she feels or some they're involved in this. I just so many things, but they probably have cameras that caught her all along the way. Was she even with all those kids that she said she was with? Was she? Probably wasn't, because they showed her some type of a video that got her upset, but the police have not released what kind of video it was, but it shows inconsistencies. I'll check it out. You should, Scooter. How's your dad doing? Um, did he get out of the hospital last night? Anybody else that's following the Emmanuel Haro story? Let me see. Let me know what you think. Does anybody think the story is legit? Hi, Vanessa. Vanessa, you following this at all? She says the baby was kidnapped from San Bernardino. 7 months old. Let's see. It says here, Rebecca Haro, that's the mother, made public pleas for her son, Emmanuel's return, after she claimed a strange man attacked her, knocking her unconscious. He was his diaper in the family bar outside of a sporting goods store in Yucaipa, in San Bernardino County, 70 miles east of Los Angeles. She said, and I quote, I was going to get the diaper and somebody said, hola, and I don't remember anything since. She has a visible blackness under her eye. She said she woke up on the floor, didn't see Emmanuel. San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department responded to the scene. They searched for the child. They sent in canine units. And then the boy's father said, and I quote, whoever took my son, please return him. We just want him back. We won't do anything to you. Just give us our son. Keep him safe. Don't hurt him. Make sure you feed him and change him. Yeah, okay. But he also spoke about the child in the past tense. On Saturday morning, the Sheriff's Department issued a stunning update that while the search continued, investigators are unable to rule out foul play. I don't know how that's really a stunning update, because it's like I'm surprised they hadn't come back sooner. Um, and they did that because there were inconsistencies in Rebecca's story. They interviewed most parents, Emmanuel's parents, Jake and Rebecca Haro. Interviews, Rebecca was confronted with inconsistencies in her initial statement, and she declined to continue in the interview. Emmanuel weighs 21 pounds, approximately 24 inches long, brown hair, brown eyes, and cross-eyed. He's supposed to be wearing a black Nike onesie. Yeah. Let's see what some of the comments here from people, okay? Some other. Where's all the comments? What are you guys thinking? I'm interested in. Oh, I think I did hear that briefly. I don't believe her. Scooter says, I may have seen bits and pieces, but it didn't click. Well, in California, yeah. Your head's killing you now? You haven't. Wait, I missed it. Hold on a minute. Why is your head killing you? What happened to your head? Did you take anything for it? Yeah, you don't believe. I don't believe them, and I don't think that baby disappeared hours ago. I think something happened to that baby a while ago. When is the last known sighting of that baby? Fine. Okay. Drink. Make sure you're drinking and staying hydrated. Let me see here. This is crazy, but I don't think that baby is anywhere near that big 5, okay? That they better start looking closer to home. Let me see here. It's sad, but that it doesn't look good for that baby. And they've halted the search, citing the inconsistencies. I think the police know exactly what's gone on, and they're just waiting until they can get the enough. Let's see here. Ukaipa. They're unable to rule out foul play. So let's see. K9 teams, the helicopters, deputies from San Bernardino and Riverside conducted extensive searches. No baby found. Mary, the child's grandmother, said the couple loves their son and wouldn't do anything to hurt him. She claimed authorities asked the mother, Rebecca, to take a lie detector test, but her husband refused to do so until they hired a lawyer. Court records show Jake has a criminal record, though it's unclear what his offenses are. Let me see here. And anyone, yeah, but somebody told me something. I'm not going to release something until I see here about those criminal charges. I don't know if they were DV, but I haven't seen that from a real source. So let's see here. So Another one. Statement. Let's see. Rebecca later gave an on-camera interview, KTLA, where she said she visited a local park with her husband and their other 2 children before stopping at the Big 5 sporting goods store to buy a mouth guard for her stepson. She said she began changing Emmanuel's diaper inside the car when she put the diaper and someone said, "Hola," and I don't remember anything. That's different from the interview I saw her give because she said she saw white. She appeared with a black eye, but that black eye doesn't look fresh either. She woke up on the floor, didn't see Emmanuel. She said she looked around the vehicle, ran into the store searching for her son before calling 911. Okay. The interviews of the family members had inconsistencies, and when Rebecca was confronted with them, she declined to continue. Yeah. We go on. Let me see what's going on over here. Sometimes on. No, that's not what I want. You're legal? Emmanuel Haro. I'd love you to see that. It's like a 2-second video, Scooter, you should say. I really want to see what you say. Random, as the kids tell you. Yes, it's random. They should do a lie detector, yeah. Many children have gone missing and have never been found. It's strange. Yeah, John, but this is kind of weird. Let's be like Mike. He hit the like. Yeah. Okay, let me see here. Hold on. Sometimes on other forms of social media, people go in there that know things, and you have to take it with a grain of salt, but sometimes you can get a little bit of info from, sometimes some family members show up there, sometimes lots of stuff shows up there. Let's see. Go to something that has investigators say they can't rule out foul play. All right, let me see if this is, let's check this out. I'm gonna go swimming in a minute. We were gonna go on a hike. We're gonna go on a hike tomorrow because it's gonna be 84 degrees and tomorrow's gonna be 72. So we're gonna swim today. Okay. Okay, so somebody said, yes, I'm by that area. It sounds fishy. Someone said the father has been charged in the past. See, now, you don't know about this. You have to take this with a grain of salt. Someone's saying the father's been charged with, stuff, and then saying that maybe that condition, something was caused by that, but we don't know that. And then somebody said knocked her out from behind, but she has a black eye. Oh, let's see. They said, now see, this is kind of what I think. Someone said they think the dad did something to the child. The mother got in a fight with the dad. That's how she got the black eye. They both panicked. The child wasn't alive anymore, so they disposed of the body and came up with the story. I do. If somebody said, you've got to come up with an explanation, that's what I would say, really. From the beginning, they're both talking about the baby in their past tense. Let's see. Again, somebody says here, they're talking about that baby in the past tense. They have fake sniffles, the crying is faking. Okay, and a lot of people are coming up with that same thing. Now, the father, okay, so they do have a real thing for the father. So let me see. Yeah, okay, I'm going to tell you that the father has a history with willful child. He's been arrested and convicted. Looks like and sentenced. So, okay. Let's see. Okay, so somebody said, I saw that the likelihood of a stranger taking your child is extremely low. It's usually people that know the child and family that do the kidnapping. Often it's the other parent. The whole thing stinks of deception. I want to hope, feeling it's all a farce. Me too. Okay. I don't believe either of them. And their sign saying kid seems off too. 7 months is very much a baby. Someone said that mother has been to the Casey Anthony School of Lying and Parenting. Awful acting. She states her child is happy. No, she says was. Happy and energetic. That was the father, I believe, that said that. But every single picture, the child looks completely still and vacant and certainly not happy. I believe one of the parents lost their temper and hurt him. They staged it all to try to... Let's see. This is very sus. Let's see. Referring to your child in the past tense, like they are deceased, less than 24 hours after they go missing. Giving vibes is another case. And so they saw the interview, something is very off. Yeah. Yeah, I believe that too. Okay, so let me go over here. See what you guys are saying now. There's Debbie. I used to say, hold on, anymore, I am always suspicious of those in charge, close to the baby when things happen. Common sense, in my opinion, anyway. I used to say, maybe this, maybe that. Then I found out stranger abductions are extremely rare. I don't know anything about this case, just that a baby can't walk off. So I assume so. I'm way off. No, I think you're right on this time. Johnny Cuddy said, at first I believed what the mother was saying, but now I am unsure to believe. Is there something wrong with the video? Let me see. Because I've noticed something when I go live here. Let me see. Can you hear me, Scooter? I want to see something. Is my picture, is it blurred or something? Like, what's going on? Because it's clear for me. Are you able to see? Can you see? You can see well and hear me well? Jimmy's gonna go, wants to go sailing today, and I told him he better go out because it was out, the wind's out. Now there's no wind, so unless he gets some later, I don't know where he's going. So yeah, I don't know. Usually, like you always sometimes say, oh, well, maybe this, but yeah, now you're not saying that anymore. Okay, that's good to know. Good to know. What's the matter, Roman? But yeah, let me see here. I'm gonna go swimming. It's hot here. Just waiting to see, like, it's overcast if it was gonna rain. Gia and Michael called. They're on their way to another place in Canada, and then they're coming home. But they said, hey, what's it doing there? And I said, it's overcast. Now I actually felt a little, I don't know. But that happened yesterday too, and then it was nothing with nothing. And then the sun came out, and I swam across down that whole lake. I stopped, went into like the inlet where the beach is, picked up a piece of driftwood, and swam back with it. It's a really interesting piece. I think I'm gonna put some magnolia flowers on it. There's the eagle. Let's see where he is. Where's he flying? When he flies across the tree line, sometimes it's hard to see him. But I've heard him all day, and now there's a little raindrops coming. Let's see if we can. Oh, that's another one. I wish we'd see the blue heron. The gray heron, or see the gray blue heron, the blue gray heron, or the people get very particular about what you call the heron. Okay, who's that? That's Jimmy, my husband. Where did he go? Where's he arriving? Now it's a little bit. Oh, Cute is coming back to school. Shop Hello Kitty tiles. What are they? They look like plastic things. What are they? Oh, they're little keychains. What? I'm live. What is it?
It's all blurry like yesterday.
Is it blurry?
It was yesterday.
Well, I asked Scooter. She said no, it wasn't.
Okay, good. It's not.
I asked her.
I'll check and see. See if I can see it from here.
I asked her if it was. I was talking about this Emmanuel case of that baby. I don't believe those parents at all.
Talk about the what?
That Emmanuel, that 7-month-old kid, they said, baby, they said was taken. I don't believe it at all. Not at all.
Yeah, I guess you can see it.
I don't believe it at all.
Okay.
Oh, you hear Roman walking on the deck like crazy. Yeah.
With that room?
Yeah, I said, was it drizzling just a second ago?
I felt like it, yeah. I kind of saw a little.
Felt a little drizzle.
But,
and I hear the eagle like crazy, but
I want to go out sailing for just a little bit.
Yeah, but now there's no wind.
I see what ripples in the water.
A little bit, very, very little. Like this. See where the water's smooth? There's absolutely, well, absolutely no wind over there where it's smooth. You've got to like rest ripples there. It could pick up if it's going to get stormy. The leaves are moving here. You got to look at the flags. Now I do feel a breeze.
Yeah, so I think I'm going out there. And now I'm going to go. I don't know, I have to. We're going to cook some burgers. I think we should bring the modem here tonight or tomorrow. Okay?
Let's see here. Yeah, now there's wind. Now the wind's coming. There's wind here, breeze. Breeze there, breeze there. So, I don't know, this case, I don't believe the parents. I think we're going to find out soon. You're going to hear about an arrest. Maybe you're going to hear about something else we don't want to hear about. But I don't trust the parents at all, at all. I'm live on my iPad, so I don't know how this is working out. There's an eagle. Let's see if we see him. Heard him all day, all day, all day, all day. I want to go swimming, but I don't want to get out there and have it rain. So I think I'm gonna wait and see if it gets a little bit passes. Now I hate to tell Jimmy the wind is not really good. There's very little wind. Let's see. Outsiders. Her statement was that there was no light and no cameras. Yeah, isn't that convenient, outsiders? It's very convenient, isn't it? Outsiders, outdoors. Isn't that very convenient? It is. Really, very convenient. No, it looks like it's completely convoluted. And has anybody heard the last sighting of that baby? Has anyone heard? When has that baby last been seen? Did they pull the pediatrician records and see when that baby's last been seen in an office? Have they asked the neighbors? Have they? I'm sure they have. I'm sure they canvassed. And they're going to hold that tight to the chest until they get what they need. But I'm sorry. You know, I don't want to be all pessimistic and everything, but I don't think that baby is alive anymore. And I bet you that baby is a lot closer to home or, unfortunately, in a landfill somewhere. I'm sorry, you know. It's just too many things are not adding up. It seems like a giant cover up, and too much stuff is happening. It's not good. And you have to look at the people closest, you know, how they always, wife, husband disappeared, look at spouse, child's disappeared. The first people you go to are the caregivers, whether they're the grandparents, the parents, or whoever they are. What's the matter? So I just feel, yeah. Not feeling that that's going to be very good. I put it inside the last time, I think. What's that? What is that? Sounds like somebody was being hurt. Is anybody following this case? Yeah, you think so, John? Yeah, unfortunately, I don't want, I would like to be proven wrong here. But I don't think it's going to have a good ending. I think that baby's been gone. Her black eye is not fresh, and I believe it's very plausible she stepped in the way or they got into a fight, whatever it was, and it's from that. And then he just said, "You better," she's probably an abused spouse, I think, sporting that black eye and everything. I did just think, and he's probably told her, "You better, go along with this story. You better not do anything to get me arrested." And I think that's why they're focusing so much on the mother's story, not saying as much about the father's story, because I think they know that's where it's going to lead. Because ultimately, I think he's the one that did something to the baby. But that's just my feeling on it. Right? And it doesn't mean that Doesn't mean that I don't want to be right in this case. Really, I'd love that baby to be found somewhere. But you know, so anyway. I wish, Scooter, if you're listening to me, you take 2 minutes to watch that. It's a very short interview. It's on multiple news stations. Just see if you can do it, or anybody else that's here. Take 2 seconds to go look at it and then tell me what you think. I'd like someone like, is there anyone here that feels the story is truthful? Anyone? Anyone? Let me know. If there's anyone here, it's okay. You can have your own opinion. You know, you can have whatever opinion you like. I'd like you to tell me, like, let me know what's going on. Romy, what's the matter? Grampy's going sailing. You can't go sailing. You cannot go sailing. No. He's gonna be okay. He's gonna be okay. So, let me see. Yeah, Outdoors says that something about the statements. Johnny Cuddy says, I think I'm correct. I'm getting so hot now. I think I need to get my suit on and go in. Oh, so hot. It's humid too. We haven't had a lot of humidity like yesterday and today. But I'm gonna go jump in the lake. Oh, I'm looking for that sticker thing. Wait. Okay, I'm gonna wait. Hold on a minute. I'm supposed to be testing this freaking thing out. Now I'm on an iPad. I don't know if it showed up here. Scooter, I'm supposed to be. Have you seen this sticker thing? Oh, I don't know if you have it. I don't know if just the people that are testing it have it. We're taking surveys, and it's supposed to come up at 10 minutes into a live and 20 minutes, but it comes up so fast, and it just gives you like a topic, like what foods should be outlawed or what foods are like. That's what I saw, and then by the time I saw it, went to click it, it was gone. Honey, yes, dear. You think it's enough wind just to try this out here? And then my his Bruce, I'll ask him. I don't know. Bruce. It's getting a little. Now there's wind picking up a little bit. Why do I hear the eagle and not see the eagle? Where's the eagle? I saw the eagle above the trees just right then. LOL. No idea. What is it? If I do, Carolyn. No idea. What did I ask? Oh, about that thing, yeah. See, it's crazy. I just asked you something. I couldn't remember what I asked you. So you've been here all the time? I'll bring it over to the dock. Good, I'm always like that. Thanks. See you in a minute. What are you doing?
Bruce is coming over. He's gonna take a look at it and make sure everything's rigged up. There's a little feet. Wow.
Oh, you want me to tell Bruce that Debbie Two Scooter says hello.
You talking to me, Heidi?
Yeah, tell Bruce Debbie Two Scooter says hello.
Good. Scooter?
Yeah.
Who else?
No, just Debbie Two Scooter.
Debbie Two Scooter. Okay.
Nobody else. Roman. Come on, Roman. Be a good boy.
How do you get the water out of this thing? Tip it.
That or you could do that little baler. I don't think that's going to work well that way.
That little hole there?
You could, if you pick it like...
Just open it up and it'll come out? You twist it or...
Yeah, but you can't have it in the...
Huh?
It has to be like above the water.
Oh, okay.
Who's up there?
Carolyn, Allie.
Hey,
Hey,
how are you?
good, how are you?
Well, look at you, Captain Knucklehead.
Yeah. So how do I get the water out of that thing?
Bail it out.
Just bail? What, get a little bucket to bail
Yeah.
thing? Alright, okay. And then I have this right here. Okay.
When you put the cell up.
Pull that thing over there.
This is how you're gonna raise up the cell.
What happened? Hi, Jen Girl. How are you?
Now this.
Jen, are you following the story about this baby? Hey, Jen, are you following the story about the baby? I wish I could talk to somebody that's following this story.
Really, it's not a problem.
I wish.
At some point. Like, you really need to
I'm
find
gonna
a,
wish that person into reality.
I was out before. The wind was pretty good.
I wish. Jane Grill, are you following the story about this 7-month-old baby whose parents said it was abducted in California? I think it's a crock. I'm sorry, I think the parents are involved, at least one. Well, they're both involved at some point.
I gotta get that thing, the rudder out and somehow loosen it up where it just comes down on its own. It doesn't. It's like stuck.
Yeah, it probably needs to be lubed up.
Yeah. With what? Wax or something?
No, I'd spray some like some dry lube or something on there. I'll take a look at it. It probably just needs to be used.
All right.
Read it and delete it. Wait, I missed it, honey. What? I missed it, what you said, Scooter. Read what and delete it? Scooter, what am I reading and deleting?
In the old days.
I was looking down for a minute. I don't see it. What comment? I don't see it at all, Scooter. Oh, sweetheart. I don't see it, Scooter. What is it? Don't. I don't like that. I don't know what it was. Hi, Denise. Denise, are you following this story about this 7-month-old baby that's missing? I don't believe the parents. Sweetheart. Sweetheart.
Quiet. A lot of people up here this
Sweetheart. Hi, Mishi. Oh, okay.
Now that,
I didn't see it. Okay, it's all right.
I'll show you.
You can't hear? Scooter, can you hear me? Or can't you hear me? Oh, she hears me. Mishi hears me. Wait a minute. Is Mishi? Are you Scooter's sister? Is Mishi your sister, Scooter? Do I know you, Mishi? Are you Mishi, Scooter's sister? Who used to be... What did your name used to be? Oh, Sis Littlefoot. Oh, you're not Scooter's sister? Okay. Sorry.
The original reading was.
Yeah, I'm quiet because of the weight, because your voice carries. Hush, hush, voices carry. You can hear everything here, everything.
Those nice all those parts are pretty much universal.
I thought you were Scooter. Isn't your sister using a name like that now, Mishi?
But you said you learned how to type. I did.
I hear thunder. I hear thunder. We haven't had many thunderstorms. What's going on with that hurricane? Is it called Erin? Hurricane Erin?
Boy, this is nice. This rudder's in good shape. What I would do is I would loosen up. Just gotta loosen up this one bolt here. Yeah. It's one of those aviation nuts. The lock washer.
Oh, sweetheart.
And then
Hi, sweetheart.
loosen that up, and then you can just use some WD-40.
I don't know you guys.
That's back in the 70s. Right there with Harley Davidson.
Hi,
They bought out
Denise.
for it. The boats they didn't fuck up. The motorcycles are horrible.
OMG, Scooter, she said.
That's in good shape too.
Listen to me. Listen to me. What do you want to do? I'm going to plug. This is a local working. This is, I think he's in his last day of work for the season. because his boss is like, you gotta have some time before you go to college.
Well, it's gotta go down all
But a
the
lot
way
of his
through
friends,
dedicated.
like his friend went to school. He left 2 days ago.
There you go, now it's down.
Some of the other ones are already up. Let's go to DD's and Arby's.
Now you're a sailor.
Dunkin' Donuts and Arby's?
Yep.
I don't know. You don't have any of that stuff in your sort of like bakery in town where they have coffee and stuff, but we don't have like big things like that around us.
You ready?
You have to travel at least 25 minutes.
Pull the other cords you get away from your raft. Pull your get your halyard out of the water.
This thing right here?
Yeah. There you go.
Thanks, Ruth.
You're welcome.
They're sailing along.
Just took my phone out here and took a photograph.
No phones.
You know?
No phones.
Phony.
I'll get your picture. You want a picture?
See where it wants to
You want a picture, Jimmy? I'll get you a picture. Hold on, I got my phone.